Because of our ever-growing population, we need to produce more food at a faster rate, sustainably growing food to keep people fed. We have been researching different styles of growing crops, including growing with natural compost soil and growing with the native soil of South Florida, trying to test which type of soil would make our plant grow taller and weigh more.
I don't know if I did this correctly. I started cutting it with scissors.
And just put it in here. Over and over and over.
We experimented with basil plants, giving them about 250 milliliters of water every other day.
Thanks for watching.
Now, after 2 months of watering, here we gathered our data. After about a month, the first plant, which was also the last plant, germinated, growing about 3 centimeters in a week. The plant continued to not grow for another few weeks, and to this day, none of our other crops have germinated. Perhaps we can explore what might have gone wrong. To start, we only planted about 5 seeds per test, despite some other groups planting nearly 100, which is also wrong. Don't do that. It is possible that many of the seeds were not viable to grow and failed to ever germinate. Another possibility is that after watering the fairly dry dirt for the first time, the seeds less than an inch below the soil could have been dislodged and or moved to a different soil depth, affecting their germination. It is also possible that soil chemistry or chemicals in the soil could have prevented the seeds from growing, as our normal soil was gathered from the ground, which could have been sprayed with herbicides, although this is less likely as the only germinating plant was in the soil. For our compost soil plants, the seeds could have been easily dislodged just because of the shape of the planter, moving them into the center where there is no sunlight or where they were out of view. Also, during the experiment, soil had been added one day to the compost soil container, possibly burying seeds much deeper than they were intended to be planted at. We were doing our experiment in a school environment, so we weren't always there to water our basil, and especially on the weekends, this forced the plant to fend for itself against the elements. One interesting point is that plant seeds are incredibly resilient and have been known to germinate in many different conditions. Also, most plant seeds do not require sunlight to germinate and should breach the soil and still have energy from the seed to continue growing in darkness for a few days. Something we could have done differently was to germinate all the seeds in their own environment, such as in a bag or a wet paper towel, which is known to work. This could have allowed all the plants to germinate in the same environment, as well as allowed us to see more progress more directly and quickly, instead of searching for tiny dark seeds in dark soil.